back to Fishing the 401. Today I'm going to be talking about some of my pet peeves while fishing. You know, it's a bunch of things. I got 9 things that bother me that just get on my last nerve while fishing. You know, the first one is the crowder. While I'm fishing now, I like to respect the other anglers. When I go to a spot and I see people fishing, I'll go the opposite way from them just to give them room, to let them fish, to catch fish, you know, just out of respect for the other anglers. You know, when I'm fishing in a spot and I'm catching fish and that spot's producing, and people see that and they're not catching anything, they run over, they start getting right up, like almost, you know, shoulder to shoulder, casting over my line, tangling me up. Now I have to spend time either untangling the line or cut the line, re-rig everything. You know, it's a waste of time that could be used fishing. Now, seeing I got to re-rig everything and either untangle stuff, now I'm missing out, say, on like 20 minutes of fishing, 15 minutes of fishing. You know, that just really gets on my last nerve. You know, I go out there, I respect other anglers, and I expect the same from them. You know, the second thing that I want to talk about is people messing up my tackle. You know, I don't mind people going through my tackle box, using my stuff, as long as they put it back properly. Put it back where you got it from. I like to stay organized, because now, by you guys rummaging through my tackle, you know, friends, you know, having friends rummage through my tackle, looking for stuff, they mess it all up. They'll put, you know, baits back where they don't belong. Then I have to sit there and spend my time reorganize all my stuff that I already spent time organizing in the first place. You know, so that's just, you know, number 2. That's the second thing that I just absolutely gets on my last nerve, is messy tackle. If you're going to use my stuff, just, you know, I ask nicely, just put it back where you got it from. You know, number 3 is people taking my lures. And what I mean by that is, I don't, like I just said, I don't mind people using my stuff, but put it back. And what I mean by people taking my lures is, they'll take like a say like a $15 crankbait or a jerkbait or something. They'll throw it on their rod. They'll use it while we're fishing. They won't take it back off their rod. They'll forget. They say they forgot to take it back off their rod, and that lure's long gone. I'll never see that lure again. They end up taking it home, whatever, and I just never see it again. Then I'm out. Well, like $16, $15, whatever that lure cost. You know, I don't mind if it's a cheap lure. You want to keep a cheap lure, that's fine. You know, that don't bother me. I work hard for my money. So, for somebody to just take a $15, $16 lure and say they forgot to take it off, and then, I don't know what happened to it, I don't know where it went, that just gets on my last nerve. You know, the next thing is, you know, people who want to go fishing, but they only bring one rod and one lure, then they expect to use your tackle. You know, that's another thing that gets on my nerves. Like, if you're going to come fishing with me, you know, bring your tackle with you. You knew we were going fishing. You obviously brought your fishing pole. You brought one lure. You know, bring your tackle. Bring the rest of your tackle with you if you're going to come fishing. You know, like I said, I don't mind people using my stuff, but if you know we're going fishing and you're going to bring one rod and one lure, and you expect to use my stuff the whole time and lose my stuff, snag it up, you know. So that's the 4th thing that bothers me the most. You know, number 5 is going to be the fishing spot grave jumper. You know, when I'm going to go retie a bait and I'm fishing a spot that's productive, and I want to try another lure to see if that lure or that other bait is going to be productive as well, I go retie, and then I come back and I find that person in the spot that I was just in catching fish. Mind you, I'm only going maybe 10 to 15 feet to retie. And when I turn around, they're right in my spot. That's just another thing that just gets on my very last nerve. There's so much water to fish and other areas to fish. Go fish those areas. There's no need to jump right in my grave and fish in my spot. You know, I respect other anglers, like I said, but that's just another thing that just gets on my very last nerve. Alright, number 6 is going to be the line crosser. When you're fishing with a friend and they're too close and they just they're not really great at precision on casting. And you tell them to, move some feet away, just so you guys don't tangle lines, and they don't listen, and they just tangle your line repeatedly and cross your line and get it snagged up. That's just another thing that just gets under my skin. I just can't stand that. Can't stand that at all. Number 7, the once in a while fisherman. The person who says, "Oh, let's go fishing." I have a couple buddies. They fish once in a while. They don't fish all the time. And when I go with them and I take them out fishing, they want to fish for like an hour and then they want to leave. And I tell them, we're going to go fish for a couple hours, and then we get there. The moment we get there, an hour goes by, like, "Oh, let's get out of here, let's go." And that's just another thing that gets under my skin. When I go fishing, I like to get away. I like to relax in peace and just sit. It just calms me down. It's just very soothing, relaxing. I love it. It's a passion. I love fishing. So when I go, I'm going. And I'm going for hours. I'm not going for 1 hour, no 2 hour. I'm going for hours. So that's another thing that, gets under my skin. Number 8, the phone user. If I'm going to bring you fishing, you want to go fishing with me, I have friends that have come with me, and they want to go, so I bring them, and then they'll fish for like about a half hour, maybe 20 minutes to a half hour, and then all of a sudden they're just on their phone the rest of the way, oblivious to everything that's going on around them. These phones, this social media and stuff, it's just corrupted people. There's no such thing as getting out there and enjoying nature anymore, and that just aggravates me and gets under my skin. I just don't understand how you guys can just be, well, not you guys, but my friends that come fish with me, how they're just so oblivious to everything. They're just constantly on their phone, like their phone is their life. I remember before phones, growing up as a kid, we were outside playing, and when them street lights went off, we were inside. There was not as many video games and stuff like that as there is today, Facebook and all that. I mean, all that stuff's great. It's great to stay connected with people, don't get me wrong, but there's, a certain time and a place for that. And fishing's not one of them. So that just really gets under my skin. Number 9, people who say they want to go night fishing and they want to go all night. Now, I got a couple buddies I take sometimes night fishing, overnight night fishing for striped bass, and when we go, they just say, "Oh yeah, I'm down to go all night long till the next morning." And then, 2-3 hours in, they're like, "Oh, let's go, I want to leave, I want to go home." When I'm going overnight, I'm there till the next morning. I go 5 o'clock at night till 7, maybe 10 o'clock the next morning. I'm not leaving. I'm going to get that nighttime bite just as that sunlight goes down, just as it goes down. I'm going to get that nighttime striper bite and that early morning striper bite, that 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning striper bite. And I'm not leaving till about 7 in the morning, sometimes even 10 in the morning, because the fishing's just too good. And I just don't want to leave. So that's the other problem I have with, bringing people with me who don't want to bring their car as well. If you want to go fishing and you don't want to stay, you feel like, or you say you're going to stay the whole night and then you have a feeling like you're not going to want to, just bring your own car. Well, that's going to be about it. I got that off my chest now. Those are my pet peeves while fishing, and I'd hope that you guys, I want to hear what you guys hate while fishing, what your pet peeves are. And if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment down below on things that you guys, absolutely just gets under your skin while fishing. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for fishing with the 401.